Good evening. Happy Wednesday, my YouTube family and friends. It's me, Bridget, from Bridget and Justin, starting from scratch. Hello. I'm sending everyone love and light. So today I'm just coming on here just to talk a few minutes. I know I haven't been on here. I am looking a hot mess. Walking around barefoot. Just chilling like a big mama bear. And that's okay. So yeah, I was just watching what do you call it, some things that I'm like actually really interested in, that like it has been, I love this, guys. So if you're interested in RV life, camper life, RV life, tiny home life, off-grid life, let me know in the comments if you've ever thought about it or watched a show about it, or have even had interest in like minimalistic life. I am so interested in that, you guys, and that has been one thing that has been just keeping me occupied on TV. And I've been watching lots of that, actually. Yeah, I've been watching lots of that, you guys. I don't know, it's so funny because I don't know if this is just for me, but like when I was younger, I should say, speaking for myself. Oh gosh, here comes Justin. Wait a minute, because he's gonna have on his show, you guys. All right, because if he comes in here, I have to turn this off because he has on his iPad. Or I can just hopefully press pause right here or mute. I'm learning. So, anyways, when I was younger, I don't know if I really thought these things through quite well, but there was a time when I was younger that it wasn't all my life, or a lot when I was younger, but there was a small period of years that I really thought that I would have a few houses and they'd be pretty large, like larger than definitely what I needed. And because there's like a few different states, or actually I haven't even visited these states, but I've always wanted to and thought maybe I'd have a house there. The couple of states that I did visit that I thought that I would have a house there, I thought that I would. One of them is Florida. I totally changed my mind on that now. Like when you really think about it, like why do I want to have a home when crocodiles and alligators are literally in every lake and pond? And I looked this up, so it's true. I'm not just saying that. Like if you have a house and a lake in your backyard and stuff like that, there are crocodiles in there. There really are. There are alligators in there, and that's scary. And they do show up on the land, and sometimes they show up in people's house. And I'm sure it doesn't maybe happen quite often, but I can't even think about that in my mind, because I just want my little boy to be able to play in his backyard, front yard, whatever the case may be. And the least of my thoughts want to be a crocodile coming out of the water. Okay, so yeah, Florida's out the question for us now. But the cost of living there, although it's going up, it's still really reasonable. Like the land is really reasonable to buy in different places, and the houses, you can get some really nice houses for not as much money as other states. But again, scratch that off the list. Yeah, but I had more of like a grandiose way of thinking. Probably not in a bad way at all. Just like being young and being a big thinker and a big dreamer, and just figuring I'd be flying all around the world doing something. I had some thoughts on what it is I'd be doing, and it was all positive and good. It's just that that's not the direction my life has gone as of yet. And I actually want something different for my life now, being a mom and stuff like that. I have a lot of things, meaning like I have so many things that are unnecessary. Like before I had my son, it's not even that I was a hoarder, but I just keep things that I do not need. I buy things that I do not need. Now, I can't stand it, right? Like, we live in a 2-bedroom place, and it's not that big, but it's like about 700 square feet, and I have things in here that I like, that we use, but I have still so much stuff in here that we don't need. Like, I'm being more aware of my purchases and what I'm spending and what I'm spending my money on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same, and we don't know what's going to happen with, the world and society and, all these politics and stuff like that. So it's just very important for me to pay attention to those kind of things. Healthcare, school systems, you know what I mean? All these little bit of money that, I'm spending, or I used to spend on things that don't matter, they add up. And it could really be for something that's important for me and Justin in the future. But anyways, I am really interested in all those kind of livings that I told you guys. If you're still with me, please give me a like, subscribe, and comment below. Yeah, I haven't been the most consistent, like, everyday vlogger. I was in my first couple of months because I was really excited, but, life kicked in. Life still be lifing in. I just got to do what I can and be comfortable with it and fine with it. And those who like me, watch me, and love me, I love you so much. And I'll be around, when I come through and watch those videos. But like I said, my mind's just been somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? A couple different things, but one thing is really trying to see what it is that I want to do long term, and where I want to live. And a lot of that comes from me having that instability of housing. For those, remember my story, if you follow me, I had a situation where I was unhoused for almost a year. So, those kind of things, when you go through those kind of things, they put things in perspective. You know what I mean? Like, why now? You know what I mean? It didn't happen when I wasn't a parent. Like, granted, the lady wanted to sell her house. It's not like because I did anything bad. But in the same token, what I'm saying is that housing security is a big deal. And right now, what's going on in the States, you can't even say that you're going to have that, depending on how much money you make. Depending on your, your bracket, your income bracket is dependent on what you can apply for, what you can have, what you can acquire, how you're going to live. You know what I'm saying? All these things are going to be impactful. So, it's so interesting when I see people take such minimal and make something so great and something so comfortable, and they live within their means. And I'm just like, I love that. Because, like, before my son, I was the type of person that I lived above my means. Not in a way like I was like a show off and had the greatest things. Not like that. Just that I knew that I spent money sometimes that I shouldn't have, right? Instead of just putting it away. Simple things like that. But again, when you become a mom and, now that I'm a middle-aged woman and stuff like that, it's like, everybody learns at their own pace. But to me, it makes no sense. Like, for me, I really just want to, like, own something and have something and, teach my son just, like, great qualities, great ways, like, of living. Not great ways, but, like, a great way, like having a real foundation and, being more of a minimalist kind of person and having a lot more appreciation in the things that we do have, having a lot more value in the things we do buy and do have, right? So that we don't just spend money frivolously and keep paying other people's rent and money going out the window, down the drain and stuff like that. I don't want to live like that. And right now I don't have Section 8 and I don't have subsidized housing, but I've been on the list for a long time, right? But, let's see. Even with that, I'm not even mad if I don't get that. because the way things are happening, whoever doesn't have it, you might not get it. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't really dependent on it. I never depended on it all my life before I had my son, but I just put myself on the waiting list when I was pregnant, and I have not gotten any of that yet. So I'm just saying that to say is that you don't even have to have that and go that route if you just have like a good plan, you know, put some schooling under your belt, or, you know, have your intellectual knowledge, you know, and put that out there, depending on what you want to do. I love my YouTube and stuff like that, and I'm going to continue doing this and stuff like that, but there's so many other things that I want to do too, you know, to have multiple streams of income for me and my little boy, you know. And there's so many ways of doing that right now in this day and era that we live in, that it's kind of like, you know, sometimes the help from the state can hold you back from actually, you know, it's not about having something grandiose and having like a big, huge place and all this stuff and all this room and all these things that you're not going to use. It's really more or less about simplicity, matters of the heart, and the way that you live and what you instill in your children. And I guess your core values that you build within yourself, so that you can teach your child those and live by those and just live like a healthy lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I'm more concerned with those things right now than having some big luxurious house. It doesn't even matter if I just have a lot of money. Like, it doesn't even matter, because to me it's not how much you have, it's how much you keep, right? Especially the way that things are going nowadays, right? Now is not the time to be just throwing cash out the window on miscellaneous things. So yeah, that's where my mind's at, and I'm just so interested, and I love watching these vlogs and stuff like that. Something tells me that one day I will be making vlogs like similar of something like that one day. I don't know, because again, you know, it's really about sustainability, you know. It's not a joke. It really is not. The climate of things, we don't know where they're going. We don't know what's going to happen, you know. Even living out of the country, so many people are moving out of the states to other countries because they're much cheaper for living. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, all these tariffs are going on, and just so much that we don't even know. And mind you, I'm not big on politics. I just watch it, you know, to kind of get in, watch what it is that I kind of, you know, can pick up on or need to know bases and stuff like that. But it's just a lot. So, you know, it's kind of like I used to say this: I'd rather have a burger a day and know that I can have that for the rest of my life than to have some big grandiose thing in one day or 1 week and then just be broke, right? Nobody wants that. So it's just about thinking smarter, thinking ahead, and watching where I spend my time, more awareness of myself, watching how I spend my time, and how much time I really need for myself, no matter what I'm doing. If I'm just laying here just like this, you know what I'm saying? My mind has to be rested, and I need a lot of rest anyway. I'm just one of those people who have a couple of health things. I'm good, guys. I'm fine. But if you do follow me, you do know that I do suffer from anxiety and depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and then I have a symptomatic trait of sickle cell and thalassemia. So with those kind of things contributing, sometimes I just don't have as much energy as I'd like to. Sometimes I'm full of it, and sometimes when I don't eat the way I'm supposed to eat and take all my vitamins the way I'm supposed to take them, or, you know, medication or whatever, sometimes I can just be very much needing my rest. And I hope you guys understand that, because that's just being as honest and transparent as I can be. And, you know, there's no shame in that, because let me tell you something. Most of America, we are living with some kind of mental health conditions. You know what I mean? Now, having depression and anxiety doesn't mean every day I'm crying or I'm anxious, or having post-traumatic stress disorder doesn't mean I'm getting flashbacks and nightmares every day and stuff like that. But what it does mean is that I have some contributing factors that factor in on me pretty much on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? But I get by. I get through. I'm a survivor. You know, I'm victorious. I'm a victor, not a victim. And, you know, there's lots of good in my life. You know what I'm saying? And having that trait of sickle cell, I really get fatigued depending on what I'm doing and a lot and stuff like that. And believe me, I exert so much energy with my son. It doesn't seem like I do for the average person, but for me, it's a lot because, you know, I still have to do, my son is fully dependent on me, and just picking him up, holding him, just every single thing in the world. It's like, I just get tired and I need to take better care of myself, you know. There was a point in time where I used to take great care of myself, juice and eat well all the time and this and that. But, you know, there's seasons for everything. And I'm in a season where I'm just, you know, doing lots of reading and research about where I want to be. I am enjoying my time here on YouTube. I'm enjoying the friends that I'm meeting and making. And I'm here for the long haul, so don't ever think because you don't see me on here for a week or two or whatever like that, that I won't be back. You know, it could be 3 weeks. Who knows, you know. But, you know, just know that I'm fine, and I'm just doing Bridget. Just taking care of Bridget and Justin. I'm also the type of person that I am very much of a loner, you know, so I'm actually not that social. And even though this is through YouTube here, it's still a way of being social, because I still communicate with my people who are supporting me and the people that I support. And it has been a blessing in my life, and I'm so happy to have this platform. But I'm here for the long haul. So hopefully, through the grace of God, I'll always be here as long as YouTube's here. So you'll get to see Justin grow up, and you'll get to see me until I'm old and gray. And I hope I get to see you guys, my friends, until you're old and gray. And if you're already old and gray, that's fine. I love you just the same. Yeah. So I'm going to end this video because I'm like, I cannot believe he hasn't come barging in this room. He's going to come barging in here any minute, you guys. And I know he has that iPad on, and that's going to conflict with my video. But yeah, so I'm just like watching like different things. I'm so interested in like homesteading and just natural living and rural living and let's say even just different things like the forest and humanity and just the planet that we live in. I'm very interested in stuff like that. So I've just really just been watching lots of stuff like that, and so many different things that scientists have been finding out, and just so on and so forth. And you know, I like looking at channels with undeveloped land and stuff like that. It's very interesting to see how many people live in the United States in different towns and cities, and how much things are underdeveloped and haven't even been touched. You know, it's just a lot to do with our history and stuff like that. Yeah, but there's a lot to think about, you know, too, because one day me and Justin are going to have a nice little cozy place to live that we can call our forever home. And it's like, you know, you think about it. Do you really want all that grandiose stuff? Or do you just want something small where everything is meaningful? And that's my answer. I want to live somewhere with my son where everything is meaningful and has sentiment and just great value, you know, and just pass down some good things to my son, you know. So all this will be done through the grace of God. And yes, that is my prayer. I send you guys so much love and light, and I hope everyone is doing well. Take care of yourselves, okay, and each other. And yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. It's getting warm outside. We was outside today and running around. Justin was running around so much. I was like, oh my goodness, he surprised me because he went kind of far, like, you know, and I was just like, ooh, you're going kind of far. He surprised me. I was like, I didn't know you'd go that far without me. Like, I was looking right at him, but he's just getting so much more big, you guys, and so much more wild. My son is just everything to me, you know. He just reminds me of a little country boy. You know, he likes being outside barefoot, and I do too, just like grounding and stuff like that, and feeling the ground on our feet. My son loves that. He loves being like in nature, you know. That was one of my names for him when I was pregnant. And I was like, I'll name him Nature. But his dad ended up naming him, so I named him his middle name, and it works. He has a beautiful name. So I will talk to you guys soon, and blessings and love sent your way. If you like my videos and would like to see more, please like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for all of my new subscribers. I will be seeing you all, and all of my day ones and all of my subscribers that, you know, are here for me all the time. I will be seeing you. I never forget you guys. I think about you guys every day because I look on here every day, even if I'm not interacting. If there's something to interact with, I will. But sometimes, you know, I'm just not interacting because my mind is somewhere else. But I think about you guys all the time, and I know those who are in here for the long run. So we're always gonna be together somehow or another, right, guys? Because we're not going nowhere. Even if, you know, like I said, there's not no vlogging going on every day and stuff like that. And you know what? Sometimes I don't even think it's necessary. I'm like, I have over 200 videos. If you guys want to watch, start from the beginning and take the videos so you can really get to know a person. Take the videos from the bottom and just keep watching them. Go up and up and up and up, so you can see from where I began to where I'm at. You get what I'm saying? Because I have a lot to say. Most of my videos are talking and telling you about my life and telling you about Justin. And, you know, so if you watch those videos, you will get to know me more, right? But, yeah. So, and the same for you guys. I like to watch a lot of your older videos and stuff like that. If you have a lot of shorts, I like to watch those and stuff like that too. When I say shorts, it's because, you know, obviously we know that in video shorts, YouTube shorts, you can see and learn stuff about people that you wouldn't even know in a long video, right? Because they'll put it in their shorts. I'm so tired, you guys. I just made some pizza. Yeah, so I had a pizza, a cheese pizza. I didn't have the whole thing. I just had half of it. What else did I have? I had some graham crackers and some Poland Spring seltzer water. And I'm so fortunate and thankful. Someone who cares about us is going to come by and bring us some goodies that we need. Yeah. And Justin had some blueberry pancakes. We've been jamming on those. I'll probably take out some chicken for tomorrow, and maybe you hear him in there. I don't want to talk because if I talk, you guys are gonna come roaming in here and he's gonna take over the video, and I don't want him to do that. Not today, because I told you he's on his iPad, so I know what he's playing, you know, and it'll interfere with this video. But yeah, so I just got my text saying that my friend will be here and bringing us some things I asked for. So yeah, but it's getting warmer, so we'll be getting out more and doing some more things and stuff. But I just been getting things together kind of behind the scenes, things that I slack on, things that I know that I need to do that I don't do. I'm a procrastinator with a lot of things, you guys, and that's I don't want to be that way with a lot of things. I still need to get a lot of things done. Then I got some family situations going on as well, so I'm just trying to hone in on my energy and, excuse me, take care of this baby over here and lay on this comfortable a comfortable little messy little bed and bedroom, and be happy with what we have, right? Everybody be happy with what they have and be very, very thankful, because so many people have less, right? So we love you guys, and we're sending you love and light. Have a wonderful evening.